For the last few days, you have been preparing the building blocks. Today, we are connecting everything together. This is where the AI stops guessing and start answering using your data. Welcome to a complete RAG pipeline. By end of today's challenge, you will have the knowledge on how Cortex Search retrieves documents which are relevant to you and how those documents are passed to LLM context as a context, how to generate the grounded, trustworthy answers from using your Cortex search, and also how all these RAG steps, these all fit together visually. I hope you understand what is RAG. We need to understand from scratch. I think we already talked about this in the previous video, but just to quick recap, RAG is retrieval, augmentation, and generation. Retrieval means finding the relevant documents using the Cortex search from the vector DB. And augmentation means injecting and putting those relevant context or the content information that we got from those documents from as output of the Cortex search, injecting that into the LLM prompt and then generating the answers, right? So by providing those context into the LLM will generate those responses, and you will see the grounded results and the relevant answers by injecting and providing that context. Today is day 21 of 30 days of AI coding challenge, and this challenge is structured in a way that you learn by doing and step by step build the AI app. Before starting with the demo, and make sure you complete all the previous videos of this challenge in the playlist, and then start with this today's challenge. Let's start with the demo. RAG with Cortex Search. Now we are combining the results. Whatever we get from the Cortex Search in previous day into the LLM generation for the grounded results, right? We already talked about this. Now this is the demo where we'll just ask this default question for now and see how it gives the result. You can see the status. It's searching the documents first using the Cortex search, and then they found 3 relevant chunks, and the documents and the information belongs to that question, and then generating the answers by providing that chunk as a context into the prompt to the LLM, and then the answer is generated. Okay, see the answer. So based on the provided context, the warmth of these thermal glove. What was the question? Question was, are the gloves warm enough for the winter? So based on the context, the answer is that warmth of these thermal gloves appear inconsistent. Why inconsistent? Because while in the October review, they suggest they offer reliable warmth from moderate winter activities, and November review indicates they provide inadequate warmth, right? Where they found the temperature below 1840 for Fahrenheit. The December review is also more positive, noting good warmth in Chicago. So the final review, right? So varying assessment suggests that these gloves might be adequate for moderate winter conditions. So you see, based on the context, they see inconsistent reviews. So based on that, they found that it's not suitable for the extreme conditions, but it's suitable for the normal winter conditions, right? Where the weather is not that cold. Okay. On behind that, below that, you will find the relevant context and the chunks that this LLM used in providing the answers. You see, we already did this thing in previous challenge. So this is additionally, we are providing these context to the LLM and then generating the response. Okay, this is what the demo is all about for today. Now, let's move to the code walkthrough to understand what additional we need to learn today. This is day 21. We can hide this code, go to the explanation directly. Cool. So visually RAG guide. So this is the guide. You see the first, they're telling about the RAG, explaining that what is retrieve, augment, and generation, right? That is already mentioned through a container, and some markdown we are using it. There are 3 containers, okay? 3 columns, and in that there is a 3 container that some information is mentioned. Smart service selection. So you see on the sidebar, we have the sidebar as well. On the sidebar, we have a service option to select which service you want to run for, how many chunks, and the model. You can select the model as well. Now, you can show the retrieval context, click this option or not. It will hide or show the context accordingly. Okay. Now for this sidebar, additionally, what they meant is this option. I think we already did that in the previous day. We are just selecting that which service you want to select. By default, it will fetch and select, show it over here. If it's not found, then you can enter manually. Now, next thing is retrieval of the Cortex search. This is more important, guys. I think you already did that the previous day, but let's understand how it moves further. Now, you already have understood this piece of code where we are initializing the service and then querying the service, right? Now, the context chunk sources. Now, what we are doing, once the result is there, so for that, for each of the result, what we are doing, we are appending that, we're getting that, the chunk text and the file name, okay? And then we are appending the chunk text and the sources. The sources means what is exactly the file name we got from, okay? And unknown means, so this is the item.get. It means like if there is blank or null or we didn't find something or error is there, it will show blank, okay? This is the item.get function is used for. Now, so we have the chunk text where we have the chunks and the sources means the file name, okay? So these file names you might need to be used in the later section of the app. Now, right? You see here, you can show based on the file name only. It needs to be need to correct this expander. Now, once we have everything, we are just joining all the context chunk into a context. So we have the context ready from this piece of code. Now, RAG prompt. We're creating the prompt for the LLM where we are just mentioning, hey, you are a helpful assistant. Your answer based on only in the provided context only, right? The context, where is the context? Here is a context from the document. This is coming from the variable. Right? See, if the context doesn't contain enough information, so context is here, there, provider. Okay, provide a clear, accurate answer based on the context. It's already mentioned. So user question will come here, context will go here. And this is the prompt ready. Now we are calling the Cortex LLM using the Snowflake Cortex.complete function. I'll share the library, the documentation for this to help you more understand this. Now, so status property and function is created here. This status, right? This is everything is inside this. Okay, status step 1, searching, step 2, generating, right? In the step 1, if you found something, we are showing the length as soon as we found something, and then we are generating and calling the LLM model. Okay, this is the model. What's the model name? Where it's coming from? It should be from the what we select in the side property. This is okay. Now response. So whatever response, okay, it came the output of the model. We are just collecting it, and then we are just showing that it's completed, and the status is here. To show the result of the and display the result, what we are doing, we are just generating the response, marking using the markdown. We are just showing the response in one of the container. Okay, this is the response. Okay, see this, and showing the answers. Retrieval context, it means this one. Okay, we are showing all the chunks. Okay, what we are doing, showing the length. Okay, 2 chunks found. And then for each of the chunk, we are just creating the expander, and in that we are creating based on the file name, we are showing the data. See, right? So if it's a first of the file, it will show chunk, first chunk, this is the file name, and this is the data. That's how it's showing over here. Okay. This is about the code walkthrough. There's some more information is mentioned over here that, hey, why a RAG is more better than the plain LLM, because the LLM is trained on the training data. We don't have the latest data or the relevant document that we might need required, right? There is a hallucinate can be there. The knowledge cutoff is there because that is not updated nowadays, and it might give the generic answer. But the benefit of RAG is it uses your document grounded with the real content that you're looking for. Current data is there and specific to the text. Okay. In more challenges from here, right? We'll tune the RAG quality and see how can we provide the better chunks and the number of chunks, right? And the quality, we'll talk about that. Cool. Now there is one more documentation, the few more documentation that you can refer for the today's challenge is this and this. Okay. I'll put the link in the description so they can refer it. First is the Cortex AI function. This is very important. So you see, this first function is the one that we used. Okay, but now AI Complete is the latest version for it. So, but there are other functions as well, the AI function that you can use it. I will definitely create a separate video for this where I'll show you the work of each and every functions, the Cortex AI functions in the Snowflake. Okay, this project is also very good if you want to build your own RAG-based LLM using Streamlit Snowflake. This is another good demo project or a capstone project that you can show in your resume as well. I'll put this in the link in the description. Okay. Today we built a full RAG pipeline. Your AI answers are grounded in real data. You are now building a production-grade AI systems. This is Sudeep Kumar. If you want to see more of my videos, make sure you like the video and subscribe the channel and do share with your friends. Ask your own questions to the LLM for this today's challenge and comment done once you complete the challenge. And tomorrow we will start with the week 4 where we'll find the more advanced AI features. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.